When we talk about admission now, we have 3 classes of admission. When I say 3 classes in terms of time, prior to 2017, there was no caps. It was manual. We used to do admission by moving from one place to the other, from one local government, from one institution to the other, with the attendant cost and risk. So in 2017, we introduced caps. So we felt that when you introduce new things, you should allow some period. We knew that when you are doing something manually, there will be some problems. So we then created an opportunity that whatever you might not have done well before 2017, let's create a platform. Because at that time, you may say, oh, the paper was missing. Oh, yes, he was admitted, but no record was found. Let us now find a way of regularizing those ones before 2017. But 2017 forward, everybody must be on caps. So inadvertently, we didn't know that we are creating a window for all sorts of things. That's pre-2017. It was necessary, and it has been on for 7 years now. We felt there is need to put an end to that. That's one side. The second category are those people between 2017 and 2020. Because we started in 2017, and we thought all of us were on the same page. Because CAPS will detect. CAPS, one of the purposes of CAPS is that admission can no longer be done by JAMB. No admission, not even one from 2017, can be done from my side, from JAMB. It had to be initiated by admission officer appointed by the institution. And the vice chancellor, rector, and provost must endorse before coming to JAMB. So it had been automated. Even if I need to admit somebody, I will have to speak to not only the VC, the admission officer. Can you consider this person because of A, B, C, D? So it was automated. And of course, the admission officer knows that if he does anything wrong, he will be held responsible. So that's the process. Okay. So we thought everybody was on until 2020, when we started having problem of people complaining that I scored this, but I was supposed to be there. I was on merit list. I was not chosen. So, oh, what's happening? It was then we discovered that some institution from 2017, they just continue what they were doing. They will admit 200 normal quota, but they will admit another 1,000 under the table. That are unknown to anybody. Not even known, in some cases, not known to their own proprietors, the owners of the institution. Because they are not on record. They are just looking at the formal admission. They are not looking at the informal under the table. When we discovered this, we felt it was serious. So we called the institution concerned. We confirmed that this was done. So we made recommendation to the then Honorable Minister of Education that, look, this is the situation. We should not allow this to go. The Honorable Minister asked us to go and look at it because the number of candidates involved. Then we now wrote to all the institutions, declare your illegal admission. Illegal now, not before 2017. 2017 was still going on. But between 2017 and 2020, all the ones you have done, declare them. So about close to 1 million were then confessed by the institution that yes, I did 20, I did 50. By the time we put them to about 1 million. We then made recommendation to the then Honorable Minister for Education because we had no board at that time. What can we do about this? We felt that we should ask them to be forgiving, but having declared this, we will now find a way of regularizing. But nobody should do it again after 2020. That's the second category, 17 to 2020. The third category is 2021 till date. That's why I have classified them into 3. But what we have now discovered is that the 2017 to 2020, yes, Minister gave a waiver on our recommendation, but they must now tell us how are they admitted. And we are now looking at them. Because you admitted them and there is a waiver, does not mean that somebody who had no mathematics should be admitted to engineering. So we are now say, okay, give us their credentials. And we start looking at them. Many are not willing, because some of them, you have a situation that somebody had just one advanced level paper and he was admitted for direct entry, and you have somebody who was admitted to medicine without biology. So all those aberrations, we now say no. Only those who meet. You may not be what we thought they were avoiding is just cheating those who score higher. But we said that the minister have waived that. All those who are not supposed by ranking to be admitted, we will waive that. But the qualification, particularly the O-level qualification, must be met. Out of this 1 million, maybe we have cleared maybe about 400, 500 to date, because we would go back and tell them. Some of them would say, okay, those students at that time they were not qualified, but now they will go and receipt. I said no. Prof, it's prerequisite. That's the second category. The third category, we now discover that these pre-2017 people, after 2017, some people were admitted even in 2020, and the admission would now be backdated to 2016 in order to meet the waiver. The waiver. Some were admitted in 2021 because you are starting your 2020 session in 2021 or 2022 because of disruption. No, having been aware that it was that session, they started now admitting people and backdating it. Of course, it's 2020 session that we are running. Okay. What we now did, having seen the damages done, is to say, okay, good. Because these candidates, they have no registration at all. It's not a matter of whether they score 10 or score 100. They had no record at all that they even start for UTME. So we now say, okay, for those without registration that we can't even trace, that we are only relying on the institution, we now gave a condition from August 1 to the end of August. Declare them, even if they are not coming now to solve their problem. Because many unqualified persons are being mobilized for the NYC. And that also gives room for some clever boys, clever in quote, boys who are now manipulating records and doing all sorts of things. That's why we said these two categories, those who are without registration number, either pre-2017 or between 2017 and 2020, now declare them now or never. Prof, so that's the situation.